Hey there UK listeners, today I have the full review of the MKM Root. This was designed by Jens Anser, you can see his logo there, who also designed the Zero Tolerance 0235, you can see Anser again there. This is of course made in Italy, and these range from about $105.95 for the just black aluminium one to $169.95 for the full TI micarta, this one here, basically, or variants thereof. You can get this in a couple of different shades of micarta, and but yeah, it will come in this box, which is, you know, nice enough, and inside of that you're going to get this included, which is one of the best pouches I've ever seen. You can just put that inside in your pocket like that way, and then pull that out from the inside, or you can just hang it off your belt. Absolutely works. One thing I will note with this pouch is this knife is actually quite a snug fit with this one. You also got this pouch with the MKM Chilena, this here, and this fits in here a lot nicer, just comes straight out. This one, like you see the profile there, it's a lot wider, so it does fit in the pouch, but I ended up not using this because I found more often than not this would just pull the whole pouch out of my pocket or off my belt loop, however I was carrying it, whereas this just worked perfectly with it. So bit of a shame on that one, but nonetheless, if you can wear it in, get it to work, these are wonderful. You can see the stitching's all nice there as well. These are really well done. This did come with some screws missing. If you go ahead and check out my first impressions video when I opened this, two of these screws from the inlay, I think it was this side, I can't remember, but one of the sides had the screws missing from the inlay there. Now, yeah, that kind of sucked real bad. However, got in contact with MKM and they sent me very quickly a complete set of new screws. Complete set, so I've got some left over. I lost one earlier as well, so I'm missing one again. But yeah, they sent me a complete set of new screws. They're all interchangeable, these back 8. Which was very nice of them. They sent me a MKM patch and a little leaflet as well of all their products. So very impressed with the service from MKM there. They were hands up, yep, sorry, that's our bad. Let us send you out the things to fix it. So pleased with them on that one. So action on this, it's quite firm. You know, it's not super smooth or anything. It's not bad. It's just not silky smooth. I think the close weight on this was a kilogram. So, you know, nice, strong, sturdy knife. It's got phosphor bronze washers. The hardware on this is a T8 and 2 T6s there. And this is not a captive pivot. It's a sort of a Chicago style, where you have these two screw into a central barrel, I guess. I've got the titanium, and I think that's green micarta, they call it. So yeah, finish on this, I actually quite like the finish on these scales. It does hide, so you can see it looks fairly nice. Like there's not really anything that stands out as damage on there. And there's a little teeny tiny snail trail right there. And like, even looking at it from this angle, is that? Oh, there's something there. But yeah, it's all fairly nice. This finish is actually pretty good at hiding damage. Now, I did some work to there, and it doesn't show up. It's not super obvious. I mean, you can see it if you really look, but yeah, the finish on this is good for titanium, because a lot of titanium finishes, just as soon as you scratch it, it just shows a huge snail trail going across it or something. This, I think it's close enough to the bare titanium colour anyway, so that doesn't really happen. Of course, you get yourself a lanyard hole. Grip on this is a little weird. It's like that, but then this stops halfway in your finger, and it's got a very sudden 90-degree-ish angle, so it's not the best. And then you've got these ridges here, which I can only assume are for pinching, so you can do that with it, which seems to work fine. I'll be honest, I haven't used it like that one time. I have been conscious that is a way to use it, but that's more for, like, you know, chopping like food, I guess, and stuff, and I haven't been doing that, so, you know, I just use these for boxes and stuff at work, so I haven't really tried that grip, but it does seem to, you know, work quite well in that grip. Of course, you can get right up on the blade as well if you want, but the grip that I use, which is like that, it's okay, but you know, it really does. There's an absolute hot spot that you can see. It's just pushed into my finger there. Absolute hot spot right here, and my light use, it hasn't really been an issue, but it's just something to note. To that end, there's also no finger guard or anything there, so you know, you don't have anything stopping. If this closes, that's actually just going to start cutting your finger, which is a little bit of a shame. It is, as I said, a 1 kilogram close from there to there, and it does have a half stop, so it's not super bad, but you know, just, I don't know, I feel like there should have been something, maybe like a kick or something, I don't know, but oh well. That is what that is. It's completely ambidextrous. There's no clip or anything. The nail nick is just these 3 holes here, which are, I mean, they're fine. You really don't need them. Look, you can just grab there without the holes, and I mean, sure, but yeah, I think this would have been just as fine without them, to be honest. Maybe give it a hollow grind, and then, well, I suppose that's not really the point of this one, but I don't see the need for these. But yeah, fitment is really good on this. Everything fits together well. You know, it's all nice and even. It's well centered. The inlays are really nice and match up and everything. Finish though, not perfect. I and a couple of other people have mentioned that there were just some burrs about here, and like on some other edges, just like raised burrs where it just needed knocking down. And like I said earlier about the finish, like I did some work here. If we really get in there, you can sort of see it's a bit shinier there, where I've actually knocked the burr that was on here and across here off. So yeah, not ideal, not the end of the world. Like I said, you can fix it, but if you've got an aluminium one, like the black aluminium, that will really stand out if you need to knock a burr off. So if you have this, please drop in the comments down below if you've had that issue with the burrs, like here or anywhere else on this for that matter. Where it just needs a bit of knocking down. But yeah, that's what I had to do with mine. And someone else mentioned that they also had to do that with theirs, unfortunately. Anyway, moving on to the blade steel is, of course, M390, as you can see there. It's got this nice sort of satin finish on it. Edge retention, I guess let's just give that a go. I have no idea. Yeah, I mean, I've only used this for cutting cardboard and tape. Cardboard and tape is what this has been doing. So I wouldn't have expected M390 to have been blunted by that. Yeah, I've used it for like, what, 2 months, something like that. So yeah, it's fine, I guess, as I'm not going to properly edge retention test this. Billboarding on this, you get MKM's logo there, Maniago, Italy. You get M390, and you get the maker's mark there, which I actually really like. Anso's mark, the little crown on the A, very nice. You don't get a choil on this at all, no finger, no sharpening choils. So there's that to remember. There is no blade play whatsoever, and the centering, spot on. So let's have a look at this compared to some others. Let's go with, there is a 940, and you can see it's a little bit longer, which, again, it's always going to be longer than mine because that's all you can carry in the UK. And there's your Buck 110, which is also a lot longer, since again, that's basically near the limit. And as for knives that we can carry in the UK, Victorinox Pioneer, there you go. Almost identical in size, in fact. Same size handle, same size blade, and it's a little bit smaller than the UK PK there. Just a tiny bit. Problems I had to sort out with this with those burrs there. Not so great. I'm kind of glad it didn't come with the screws, because I was able to test out MKM's customer service. The finger thing, not having any kind of a guard for the finger thing. Maybe don't have a half stop if that's going to be a thing, because from here it's just accelerating it into your finger, and that's the point where you don't want it to, because it's just going to start cutting, which is a bit of an issue. Another thing is those holes. Now, I've purposely left them. You can see some like grime in there and stuff. I will be cleaning that out after this, but I've just left that in there as an example. Especially if you're using this for food, like, it's just a place for stuff to get caught up in. I just personally, I don't really see that you need the holes at all. Like I said, if you just grab it from here, nowhere near the holes, absolutely fine. And with wet hands, it's not really gonna make a difference. You can just slide off there. I don't know, I think this would have been better without the holes. Just a normal knife blade. I don't think you need anything there. But yeah. The only other thing I'd say, which you could say is a problem, is that I'd like to see a sharpening choil on here. It's I think the only knives that shouldn't have sharpening choils are really small ones. This one is got plenty of blade length, so I really do feel like this one could have just done with a sharpening choil there, just to. Although then again, it is M390, so how often are you going to sharpen this? Probably not very often. I just prefer a sharpening choil. Thought this was going to be my favourite MKM so far. And it is nice. I really like the materials, I really like the design, like it's different, like I said, it does remind me very much of like a kitchen knife. But it's not beating out the Cellina. The Cellina's it's just more comfortable. It's got a more useful blade shape for what I do, which is completely subjective. If you're going to be using these for food or for small things, this blade shape might be a lot better for some other people, but for me, I much prefer this blade shape, just poking into boxes and then going crazy. Yeah, it didn't quite beat out the Cellina for me. I will say that. It's a lovely knife nonetheless, though. And it's not super expensive for M390 and titanium. The materials you're getting, it's reasonable enough. If you get the the aluminium handles. It's about £100, 106 I think it was, for M390. So if you like the blade shape and you can overlook the issues there, and you're willing to look out for the burrs, you know, I think MKM's customer service will have you back if there is any issues. But I really don't dislike this one at all. I just think there are a few small things that need to be looked at on their just on their finish before they send these out, as evidenced by the missing screws and that. But yeah, that's the Root. Cheers for watching.